Hey, welcome back to my channel. It's Christy, and today I wanted to tell you a story time about how my loctician went MIA. Not Miami, but missing in action. So first, let me just start by telling you that before I got to having Sisterlocks, before I got into it, I decided that I eventually wanted to start retying my own hair. And I told myself I would do that a year into it. I should be comfortable with my hair enough a year into it that I start retying at that time. But see, that's not what happened. I got thrown into it way sooner than I had expected because homegirl went missing. So let me tell you what happened. Let's go back to February 2022. I had an appointment scheduled, and it was actually for Super Bowl Sunday. And she had texted me because she usually texts me to confirm, like, hey, remember your appointment's at this time. Okay, cool. So this time around, she texted me and said, can you come earlier and come to my mom's house? And she was going to have her mother do my hair. I'm not sure exactly what she had going on, but I was like, okay, cool. I had no issue with that because her mother was the person who installed my locks. And I ended up going to her, the daughter, because the mother was like really busy and I only had time on weekends to get my hair done, and her daughter had availability. So I got, I slid over to the daughter to have her start doing my hair. She was like my maintenance loctician. All right, cool, no problem. So I go get my hair done, and actually she's there at her mom's house. I don't know what's going on, but I go get my hair done. I'm like, okay, so when's my next appointment? I ask her mother this. She asked her daughter, which is in the other room. Daughter texts me saying that my next appointment is going to be March 13th, I believe. I was on a 4-week schedule at the time because I had hair that was constantly like unraveling, like all the front jacked up. And the front still, I have to redo them. At the time, I believe the back of my hair, those were slipping out and stuff. So I was on a 4-week schedule. So next appointment time comes around, and like I said, she usually texts me to let me know, like, hey, remember your appointment is like tomorrow or whatever the heck it is. So this time I thought it was odd because I didn't get a text message from her. So okay. So I wake up the day of the appointment and I check my messages, and I see that she had texted me at 1 something in the morning talking about she wasn't feeling well, something about I guess being sick, pregnancy. I have no idea what's going on because, for one, I didn't know she was pregnant. And the previous conversation that I had with her, which would have been in January, I think, she was retying my hair. She was asking me about my relationship and how did I know he's the one and all this stuff. So, I'm giving her like some tips and things like that. And so I'm assuming that she is nowhere near being in any relationship or whatever. But of course, you don't have to be in a relationship to be pregnant, whatever. But anyway, so I'm just finding out that she's pregnant, difficult time. She tells me that we need to reschedule. And I commented something like, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Hope you feel better soon. Something like that. When should we reschedule? I ain't hear nothing after that. Not that day. Not the next day. Not the day after that. And so, since I know my hair be wildin', and I know I have to get it together, I was like, all right, so I need to get an appointment with her mom. So I check her mom's books because she does her stuff online. And I see she has an opening for that Saturday, which would be at 5 weeks. So I get my hair done and I'm a little annoyed because it's taking longer because I'm at 5 weeks. Just to let you know, I have no idea how many locks I have, but when I initially got my locks installed, because I had, locks slipping so much, I was first put on a 3-week schedule. Coming in 3 weeks was 3 hours. 3 hours for having for get a retie at the 3-week mark. That's not a lot of new growth at all, but it took that long. So we're at 5 weeks. Her mother is faster because she's the more experienced one, but it still took longer than what I would have liked. So, that's more money or whatever. But no big deal, stuff happens. So then I'm like, all right, so when is my next appointment going to be? And she's like, well, I don't know if she's going to be feeling better or not. And, if she's still not feeling well, we could see if we could fit you in or whatever. Okay, cool. So after that, go home. And then time is approaching when I need to have my hair retied. And I was just like, you know what? Oh, I did check her mother's books and she was booked all the way up. I can't do anything during the week. It has to be on the weekend. I was like, this is not going to work. Not going to work at all. So I was like, I really didn't want to start retying my hair this soon, but that's what we're going to have to do. That's what we're going to have to do. So, I go to YouTube University. Also have like a book on locks and stuff like that, and do my little crash course, get my little lock tool, all that stuff. And I set up my laptop. I had my camera pointing at the back of my head so I could see like the back of my head on the screen, because the whole 3-way mirror, that wasn't gonna work. Come to find out, the whole doing it on the screen wasn't gonna work for me either. because for one, it didn't mirror the image. So it looked backwards when I'm looking on the computer, like trying to get my hair together. So it took me even longer. But it was so tedious. It looks simple. And it is simple once you have, have gotten some experience under your belt. It's not hard if you have a tool that you're comfortable with. It's just tedious and it takes a long time. It's so very easy to connect a lock to another or whatever. It's so easy to do all that. I got so frustrated. I spent hours. I started it like a Friday or Saturday night. Might have been a Friday night. I spent hours. It was in the wee hours of the night, heading into morning, on one little section in the back, and I really got nowhere. I was so irritated. I shut everything down, and I didn't like start to try and retie my hair until like 2 to 3 weeks after that, because I was so irritated. So we're going to fast forward to the point where I'm all about retying my hair. I'm like, okay, I'm going to try this again. And I'm actually sitting here on the couch, actually over there on the couch. And while I am in the middle of retying my hair, I get a text message. This is the first text message I had gotten since March about, having to reschedule. No text about the actual reschedule. And this text message came through on May 2nd. And I'm going to I'm gonna get let me put my glasses on so I can read this text message on my computer. I'll tell you exactly what it says. Okay. All right, first I'm gonna go back to March 13th at 1:41 in the morning. And she said, sorry for the inconvenience, but I'm having a rough night with the pregnancy. We're gonna have to reschedule. Okay. When I saw it, March 13th, I texted her back at 11:06 a.m. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better. When should we reschedule for? And I haven't heard anything after that. And so this next message, while I'm sitting right here trying to get my hair together, pops up out of nowhere. Hello, Mrs. Christiana. Let's first address the fact that my name is not Christiana. Christiana is a mall in damn Delaware, but my name ain't never been Christiana. It's just Christy. Christy. Hello, Mrs. Christiana. Just trying to see when was the last time you had your hair done. Really? It wasn't no, I'm sorry for not getting back in touch. Things have been rough. None of that. It was just Mrs. Wrong Name. When's the last time you got your hair did? I was so effing irritated. So irritated. You know what my response was? The same response that I got from her. Nothing. I ain't got shit to say. Like, that's just bad. That's just bad service. I have nothing against her personally. I wish her well. But nah, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. I was over it. I'm like, I'm done. I got this now. I can, save my money a lot sooner than I thought I would. So that is the story of how I got into retying my hair. It's because my loctician went M.I.A. And I just wanted to share that story time with you. That's all. Anyway, I hope everyone is doing well. If you have any interesting loctician stories, feel free to leave a comment. I will respond. So yeah, hope everyone is doing all right, and I'll talk to you later.